Okay, so we're back now for the third and final part. This will complete the tube for this rose quartz pendant. So, okay, so right now all I'm doing is counting how many cords I have on each side. Hang on, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But there should actually be 15. I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Because I eliminated, there would have been 16, but I eliminated one a little bit earlier in the last video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start eliminating white cords. So the first one that's there, you leave off 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to go back and forth from side to side because I want them to be even in length. And to make sure that I'm doing that, I'm just doing one side and then the next side. So I'm tying 5 back and forth knots with the second cord. The first one we just leave there. I think I got it jumbled. All right, so I'm sorry, it's a little bit shaky. I think my legs were shaking a little bit. Okay, now do the same thing. Back and forth knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I did that one 9 times. And the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think I just did 9 so that they would end up out and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a new cord that I pulled. I'll pull another one from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all we're doing is we're eliminating the white cords one by one by just, wrapping them around. I'm trying to get my pieces even together, so to make sure that they are even indeed. I want to just continue doing that until I'm only left with 4 at the end. You'll see the reason why for 4. Okay, so one by one I'm just doing that. In one section I did 9, but most of the time I'm doing 5. 1, 2. I just want to make sure that I give myself plenty of room to do a spiral staircase knot with my pink cords. And because I have 16 pink cords, I need to make sure that there's enough length that I can eliminate them in a way that doesn't look too terrible. This is just my method for doing this. Oh, I think I did 9 again here. You can do it any way you want. And honestly, the length of the necklace that you've made so far, if you think that adding more length, which is what I'm pretty much doing here, is too much, then if you have another way to eliminate these cords, if you just want to like tie a knot and cut them. I suppose you could do that. I've never done that, but because I don't know, I just have was always afraid that it would just be weird. I don't know. Anyways, this is just my method. If you've learned another method or know another method, do it whichever way is comfortable for you. But this is just how I eliminate the cords one by one, and gives me something to knot onto when I do the spiral staircase knot with the pink cords. So I'm just going until I just make sure that they're the same length. Make sure that you're doing the same on both sides. That's all I can really say. Let's see, how is this one doing? 6 minutes. Okay. I'm downloading and uploading videos at the same time while I'm recording this. I have my first video uploading to YouTube right now. My second video that I just finished recording is downloading from the platform that I use to edit my videos together. And then I have to wait and they'll all be, since I'm recording now, since I had the time to, I'm gonna be able to put them all up on YouTube today, just different times, maybe like an hour or two apart, because it takes a while to get them up there. Okay, so I'm almost done with this. I'm trying to use that one that I kind of messed up, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I frayed the ends because I had to undo it at one point before I videoed it. I was trying to do something and I messed it up, and then so I had to undo it and I frayed a couple of the cords, but that's okay because it's not going to be seen anyways. Okay, and I have 4 left. I'm going to take one and do it like that so I can tell the difference so I don't accidentally cut it. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut all of those strings off. Snip, 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 snip. Because I do not need them anymore. And then you'll just take your lighter and singe the edges. First I got to take all my pins out. Just make sure you singe every edge that you cut. And so you'll have like this narrow looking thing left over. So now I think at the last minute, I didn't have it pre-planned, but I decided that I'm gonna add one more bead at the bottom of each side. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go around and add a bead to each of the 4 sides. Okay, that's downloading. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna have time to finish this today, but I'm glad. When I buy these beads like this in bulk, some of them have not every hole is the exact same. Some of them are just like, why is this even here? It's like the tiniest hole ever, but most of them are big enough to slip 2 cords through. I usually use 1mm strings, and the holes are 1mm, but you can get them on there. Okay. So I think that was that. Now I'm going to take the first 2 top strings from the middle of each bead and just tie it together and just leave it like that. Go around each side and just tie the top 2 together. This will give me my cords that I need to start this spiral, and it just makes sure that they're all stuck together and a little more foundation, I suppose. Okay, so I did that on one side. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I just didn't see a need to record that again. All right, so now I'm gonna start my spiral staircase knot to finish this thing off. So I took the 2 cords that were tied together from the very back, and as you can see, they wound up being the same colors, one light pink, one dark pink, just the opposite. Okay, and that's how I'm going to start my spiral, with 2 different color cords. I suppose if you wanted to, you could figure out a way to do it the same color if you want, but for the first starting spiral knot, I just went with this way. So you do it like you're going to do a square knot, but as you know, with the spiral, you always start from the same side. From the left side is the top, and then the right side is the bottom. Left top, right bottom. Left top, right bottom. Left top, right bottom. Top, right bottom. And I believe I did this for a 10 count, and I kind of twisted it on the 8th one so you can see the spiral there. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Start with the left, right underneath. Left top, right bottom. Left top, right bottom. So this would be the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th, 6th, 7, 8, spin them around, and you can see that it's a 2-tone spiral that I started with, and I did it for a count of 10 on each side. Now when I move to the next section, I'm gonna wind up taking 2 of the same colors and doing 5 count, I believe. So those are the same 2 colors, and we just do it right underneath there and make it nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I spin it so that you can see the spiral of it. And also you want to make sure that you're covering the white in the middle thing that we cut and burned. Try to make sure that your knots are covering it as much as possible. Like, I'm trying hard to make sure that none of that peeks through, so that all you're seeing is the spiral knot. And so I did it for 5, and then I'm selecting 2 new colors. Make sure you spin at the 5th one, because then when you start the new section, the spirals line up. As far as, like, you know, doing the spirals and eliminating them, this is just the way that I do it. I don't, like, I haven't really come up with a better way if I want to do a spiral knot ending to get rid of the cords. Like, I thought about tucking them in and then cutting them, but I don't know, it just seems too complicated to me. If you have a method that you prefer, you're obviously free to do that. I don't want to tell people that this is the only way, because it's never the only way with macrame. There's always different ways that things can be done. I'm just tightening up my things to make sure that they're all together. So I've done, besides the first 2, I've done 5 on each new colors that I drew out. And I think here I'm trying to reference the one that what I have in front of me, what's done. I think I'm doing 2 different color pinks here. I don't have a particular reason for it. I'm sorry that you can't see the end in this clip of the video. But we're getting closer to the end. Yeah. I'm just still doing the spiral knot in the same way. Left on top, right on bottom, all the way to the end. And then, so now I'm down to the final 2 cords, it looks like. And just do however many spirals you need to get to the very bottom. I believe it was more than 5, but unfortunately I don't remember how many I counted, and it's a little off the camera. But just keep doing the spirals until you've gotten to the bottom. I guess I got to the bottom there. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Pulling 2 of the same colors. Doing spiral knots 5 counts at a time. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin it before you grab your next 2 cords, and just keep going like that. And like I said, you can do it in any sort of colors, patterns you want. If you want to do all two-tone, you can. If you want to do all solids, you can. It's really up to you and how, you know, you want it to look. But for the purposes of my video, I did each spiral for a count of 5, Then I gave it a little spin before I started the next section, and in that way your spiral, the part that is the spiral, all is like the same. Let me see here. All right. So it looks like part 1 is done. I'm gonna upload part 2. Oh, it's not done yet. Okay. No! What are you doing? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was recording. My cat was about to do something bad. Sorry about that. I think my cat was about to spray on a piece of clothing. She's looking at me. Alright, so I'm down to my final 2 chords, and I'm just going to keep making spiral knot until I reach the end there. I try to do things as evenly as possible, but kind of looks like I did a few more knots on the right side than I did the left side. And then I took, let's see, still making one more knot. Then I took just one cord, I did this for the other side too, and made a wraparound knot at the very bottom. I'm about to do it on the other side. I didn't do it. Okay. Right, so I realized I needed to do a couple extra knots on the other side. Now it looks more even. And then I just took the darker colored one and made a double knot, or a back and forth knot, whichever. It doesn't really matter, it's all the same. Alright, so they look even to me. So I'm gonna make sure every single one is nice and tight. Just give a nice tug to each section before you cut it, then you'll cut and burn it. Okay? I don't know why it's kind of blurry. I think it's because of my hands. And the same thing on the other side. Just give one final little tightening to each of the cords and separate them. So you have, you know, like 2 sides. And you're gonna just singe your edges. Okay. And then after that, all what's left to do is I'm going to add a big bead to the very bottom, a big gold bead that fits around 3 cords. Then we will do a square knot. After we'll put the pendant on, then we'll do a square knot to make a sliding clasp. That will end the whole thing. So I still have 4 cords there. I'm going to take one, I guess, and do just a quick little wrap around. Add, so in my pendant I used bigger gold beads. They have quite large holes, so I'm just going to do that. Do a wrap around with that cord that you used. Wrap around the bead. Then I'm going to tie a knot just for extra safety and security. Can't really give a good reason. Just tie a knot. At the very end of the bead. Okay. And we can clip that 4th cord off, so now we're left with just 3 cords, which is what I'm going to use to do my sliding clasp. Alright, so before you add the sliding clasp, you have to put your pendant on there. Then I secure the ends down with a pin. And then you like fold these cords over each other. You want all 6 cords together in a fashion like so, and then you take whichever color cords you want to use to make your sliding clasp. I just, pick one that I cut from before, and you do a square knot, an actual square knot, back and forth sides. And you can make this however long you want. I don't usually count it, I just kind of just make it however long. Okay, that's done. And then you cut it off once you're done. Burn the ends. Now I'm going to pull this closed, all the way closed. And instead of adding 1 big bead, I'm going to add 3 of the smaller beads to each individual cord. Whoops, hold on. I don't know, I just decided I wanted to do it that way. Each of the 6 cords has its own little bead. Okay, then I tie individual knots. Try to make it the same length and tie a knot for each individual string. Just a little knot. However long you make that first one, try to make all the rest the same. They don't have to be exactly the same, but close enough. So I'm sliding my little beads to where I ended it, then I'm gonna cut them right after the knot and burn it. I think I just like the way this looks when you're wearing it. The little beads hang down on your back. So that's kind of cool. So, okay, so this whole thing is complete. I'm just showing you how it slides. You're gonna wanna grab all 3 beads to pull it closed. All right. There's the sliding clasp. One of my cords came kind of loose, but that happens sometimes. And that is the final product. Tube necklace with the sliding clasp in 4 colors of pink and white that got integrated into it. Colorful, playful pink and white necklace with gold beads. Okay, so that will be it for this tube. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this, and the next time I upload a video will be a bracelet in matching colors and qualities with another rose quartz. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.